Wagwan Internet Mandem, it is Multiplier here to tell you, the people of the internet, my 3 favourite plugins you might not have heard of. Number 1, Synplant. As the name suggests, if you break it down, Synplant is a combination of a synthesizer and a plant. Now, it's not actually a plant, it's just a bit of software, but what it does is interesting in the way it generates the sound. Check this out. First of all, you generate the initial seed, the initial bit of sound you want to work with, so I'll do Command click. Maybe I like that noise. That noise is pretty funny. Then what you do is take that initial idea and branch it out in different directions. Etc. Taking note that the sound changes the longer or shorter you make the branch. Maybe I like that bit there. Then what you do, and this is kind of the whole point of Synplant, you take one of these new ideas, maybe just this point here, and replant it in the middle. So click. And now, that new sound is the start of a new idea, which you could then evolve in different directions and repeat the process. Check it out. Replant. Oh, that was cool. Replant. Get the idea very quickly. You can start with one idea, branch it out, find a bit that's cool and replant it, branch it out again. And after maybe 4 or 5 iterations, the sound has completely evolved, but you've got this brand new bit of something that I just find really fun. You can even click this and it goes, oh, science, look at all the science. Number 2 is Gravity from the guys at Heavier City, which isn't technically a plugin, but it's a contact instrument. And it's by far the best way, by a factor of 1,000,000, to get big impacts in your track. Whoa. Epic. And about 1,000,000 more of those, and it's amazing. Not only does it come with loads and loads of these amazing impacts, but you can actually customize them too. That I won't get into in this video, but you can layer up different components of that impact. Different pre-whooshes, change the length of the fade and the pre-whoosh, all that sort of stuff. So you get the best impacts ever, but you can also customize them to suit your track. Absolutely fabulous, amazing, fantastic, if you will. Other words too. And finally, favorite plugin number 3 that you may not have heard of is my go-to vocal compressor, and it's called Gain Reduction Deluxe from JST. And why do I love this? Well, basically, in most of the high energy EDM genres that I tend to work in, such as dubstep, electro, trap, etc., the vocals need to be compressed, they need to be very loud, aggressive, but the compression doesn't have to be very nuanced, it just needs to be compressed. And therefore, when I have a raw vocal, maybe something that looks a little bit like this,
now we burn every track,
and I want to compress it so it's dynamically flat and fits in with the rest of the track, all I want to do is throw a compressor on there and have one giant control that says more or less, more or less, with all the fiddly attack release times, etc. for vocals already pre-configured. And that's exactly what's going on with Gain Reduction Deluxe. You throw it on and by default it's turned up to the max. You see the slay parameter is all the way to the max.
Now we burn every track.
Oh, I'll turn it on. In fact, I'll turn the plugin on because I turned it off a second ago. Boing, so this is what it sounds like.
Now we burn every track.
Hear the heavy compression?
Now we burn every track. 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 Now we burn every track.
Perfect aggressive compression with 0 effort is absolutely amazing. Naturally, you can always ease back on it if you need to with a slay. Ooh, play, right.
Now we burn every track. 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 Now we burn every track.
But most of the time in EDM or rap or hip hop or anything that needs aggressive vocals, just crank it to the max and bingo bango bongo. Fantastic. And finally, you also have a body control, which is useful. That it's almost like an EQ on the bass end of things. So you can either increase the bass end or reduce it a bit to taste.
Now we burn every track. 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 Now we burn every track.
And naturally all the points in between as well. And there you go, three of my favorite plugins that you might not have heard of: Synplant, Gravity, and Gain Reduction Deluxe from JST. I will catch you guys on the flippity flip.